Hai, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Ahmad Nur Qadri bin Syarul Malik. On pair with Ahmad Nur Saumi bin Syarul Malik, we will explain about Russia-Ukraine war impact on national economic development. Okay, this is for the introduction. The Russia-Ukraine war began in 2014 when Russia claimed Crimea, which previously been a part of Ukraine. Pro-Russia rebels proclaimed independence in eastern Ukraine, sparking an intense battle. Political, ethnic, and historical issues are fueling the conflict, with Ukraine wanting stronger links with the NATO and Russia attempting to preserve power. Diplomatic efforts to negotiate a peace agreement have been delayed, and the war has had serious humanitarian implications. This issue is still unsolved despite continued efforts to find a peaceful settlement and respect for Ukraine's sovereignty.
Russia and Ukraine war have been badly affected in terms of business and humanity, especially distribution and managing human resource. Many businesses refuse to invest to the country that have been war, and because the price is higher, and some other point is limited resource. This case make the global shaken. Not to mention that this history also make a cultural awareness where people carefully use their money during the war. The affected in this war is food shortage. Food shortage are one of the war most significant effect in Russia and Ukraine. The other country, Africa, nation with poor income are severely affected. Over a third of the world wheat production, a quarter of it barley production, and over 75% of its supply of sunflower oil are all produced in Ukraine and Russia. These are essential commodities for feeding people. In order to prevent humanitarian crisis, government and the business must discover new way to cooperate together. And then limited supply. The US is yet another example of how the war affected. The war has limited the supply of vital metals shipped to the United States from Russia. As an illustration, 30% of the platinum raw material, 30% of the titanium, and 11% of nickel imported into the United States were obtained from Russia and are not longer available. This shortage have hampered the production of significant items, since nickel is the vital component in the batteries that power electronics and autos. Okay, that's all for me.
Okay, for point number 2, since the war, both nations have been badly affected in terms of business, especially in marketing. Many investors refuse to stay in investment and lead the fluctuation in stock market. This case make the market crash, and both nation and company experience losses. Not to mention that this history also make a cultural awareness, where people carefully survey to do investment in order for them to gain profit. The theory that related is interventionist theory. For both countries may adopt interventionist policy to safeguard their economies amid the conflict. For instance, both nations may impose trade barriers or restrictions on both goods as a means of exerting economic pressure. And then for the solution, in terms of the food shortage, both nations must focus on domestic production boost and diversification of supplier. Meaning to say, they need to maximize their production, and at the same time they need to find a new supplier to support their resources. And then for the limited supply, rationing and prioritization, and also local production and self-sufficient. It means that they need to focus on production more effectively and efficiently. And the last one is marketing failure. They need to find a new cooperation, which is for the international cooperation. They need to find new cooperation to support their production or also their growth. And then market regulation and oversight, they need to find a new market in order for them to stay sustainable in global market.
The reflection that we can get in this topic is we need to try to prevent the conflict. First, we need to study the factor that contribute to the conflict, identify early warning signs, and exploring diplomatic and peaceful means to address the dispute. And then we need to help the people who are affected by war, which is providing aid, supporting reconstruction effort, and give support, money support, and so on. And for the businessmen and investor, they need to come up with new idea how to manage their money, so they will not get lose their money. Okay, that's all from us. Thank you. The impact Russia and Ukraine war. The global economy has been destabilized due to the war, and economic insecurity has been widespread. The effect of the war have hit the world as a second major shock following the COVID-19 pandemic, threatening economic recovery. In addition, the war and the sanctions imposed on Russia have caused a significant increase in price for many raw material, energy, and intermediate goods and transportation service, particularly affecting fuel and gas costs throughout European. Okay, that's all from us. Thank you.